Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and I have another fantastic game for you played by Viswanathan Anand. His opponent is Jiangchuan, and the game was played in 1989 in Kuala, Lumpur. At that time Anand was 20 years old and already he was a grandmaster. A year earlier he had already become India's first grandmaster. Now let's see how the game went on. Anand had white pieces and he started with e4, c5 by Sicilian defense, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, and e6. Black goes for Scheveningen variation and Anand chose the sharpest line against Scheveningen. He went for Keres attack by pushing the g pawn forward. This line was first introduced by Estonian grandmaster Paul Keres, and Keres his name. White is now intending to drive away black knight by playing g5 and h6, which is black's most common response to g4. Rook g1, knight c6, h4 and h5. Already g5 is not dangerous, black can respond with knight g4, that's why after h5 g takes h5 was played. Knight takes h5, bishop g5, knight f6, bishop e2, a6, h5, bishop d7, queen d2. Now white will castle queenside, bishop e7, white castles queenside, queen c7 and h6. White is trying to create weaknesses in black's king side. G takes h6 was played, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and in this position Anand made a powerful move. You can pause the video and try to find his next move. Ready? He simply placed knight f5, a very standard sacrifice in Sicilian defense. Black didn't dare to capture on f5 and played bishop e7, but let's have a look. What if he takes f5? Then white can play knight d5. If queen d8 protecting the bishop, then can you find that winning move for white? Actually, you will be proud of yourself if you can find that beautiful move. Ready? Queen takes h6 is winning on the spot. A very beautiful move, I think. If rook takes h6, then rook g8 checkmate. And it turns out that after this move it's over. With bishop e6, then knight f6 check, and then queen g5. This is just a total destruction. Let's go back. That's why after knight f5 bishop e7 was played. Black wants to recapture on d6 with the bishop in case white captures on d6, but Anand captured on e7, removed the bishop, which was successfully safeguarding black king. Rook g3, at any moment this rook can come on d file. b5, black is trying to counterattack on the queen side. Queen f4, rook d8, and queen h4 check. With this beautiful queen maneuver, Anand brought his queen into the attack. King e8, and another powerful move by Anand. This time he played bishop takes b5. Again, a very standard sacrifice in Sicilian defense. This knight f5 or knight d5 for bishop b5 sacrifices are very common in Sicilian defense. Knight d5 was played. Again, accepting the sacrifice can be very dangerous. White can capture on b5 and then on d6 and then queen f6, and this is simply over. There is a mating threat and the rook is hanging. Let's go back. That's why after bishop takes b5, knight e5 was played, and the bishop simply retreats back on e2 square. Queen c5, and this time bishop h5. A very nice maneuver by the light squared bishop. This bishop is attacking from every possible side. Rook f8, now comes f4, knight c6 and e5. The way Anand is organizing his attack is just fantastic. d5, and another powerful move by Anand. This time bishop takes f7 check. What's going on, guys? He's just insisting black on accepting the bishop sacrifice, and finally black won the bishop. Well, if king takes f7, then this time black king can even get checkmated after a few more moves. Let's go back. That's why after bishop takes f7, rook takes f7 was played. Now comes rook g8 check, queen f8. Well, if rook f8, then like in the previous line after queen h5 check, black king can quickly get checkmated. That's why black gave away his queen by playing queen f8, and Anand simply won the queen and then played queen h5 check, king e7, and after queen h6 finally black resigned. Actually, it's difficult to find a good move for black. At any moment this rook can come into the attack, or even at some point knight d5 sacrifices are possible. Let's have a look. What if, for example, bishop e8, then white can play knight d4 this time. If d takes e4, then queen h4 check, and then queen h7 checkmate. That's why after queen takes h6, black resigned. Another impressive game, I think. This was simply a fantastic attacking game by Viswanathan Anand. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you, and for more games don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video.